Did you talk about how you're more into the flow? I mean, you're coming off, you had the concussion earlier, more into the flow of things. Do you feel like things are starting to make more sense, I guess, than they were even, even maybe 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. I've just been, well, for like the time that we've been here and like getting practice in, I've just been trying to really just focus on the offensive end and just more like get used to the flow of everything. And like I've been working on my shot, so everything's been falling lately. So it's feeling good, and I feel better than 2 weeks ago.
Kind of approaching a comfort zone in a way?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about when you're on the offensive end? Can you? What's become more comfortable? Are you seeing the play develop more? Or are you realizing, or are you playing kind of yourself station to station? Does that make sense?
I kind of like try and do it, like just be a step ahead of everybody. Like if I see Jordan drive, I try to be in a spot so I know like I could get a shot off and hopefully make it. Like it's just the flow of everything. Like, it's coming to. So.
Jordan, how much concern was there for a team like this to let them hang around, a little too long?
That was the big thing we talked about since yesterday when we started scouting for them. We knew teams like this who, is filled with a lot of shooters. They're going to try to stay around with shooting threes, and coach preaches on that. We're not good enough to just come out and just hoop, play against anybody, no matter if it's Arizona, Oklahoma, or it's Northern New Mexico, or it's Colorado Christian. Like, we have to be ready to play full of energy and intensity from the jump.
Was that more evident in the second half? Did you feel like, I know at halftime, I'm sure the talk was, hey, we need to settle in and start doing what we do in terms of, not letting them stay close. Did you see more of, at either end or at both ends, a lot of difference in terms of what UNC did in the second half?
I think we changed defensively. I feel like we picked up our intensity because of the fact, like I said, we're not good enough to beat anybody just coming out and hooping in. And the first half, we just try to see if we could outscore them, and you can see. I want to say we were up by 6 at halftime, and then the transition to the second half. Like you said, the conversation with coach probably was hectic, and it was, but we knew as a team that we needed to come together and get a lot of stops because we felt like we were more capable of playing how we played against like Arizona and Oklahoma first half. Like we knew we was capable of it, playing our type of game, and we weren't.
Do you feel like now is a good time to take a deep breath? I know you got finals, which can be a lot of pressure, and can be stressful at times. But is it a nice time to take a deep breath with only a few games coming up in the next few weeks and knowing what you just came off? I mean, that's probably as long and as tough as a road trip as you'll face. Not only number of days being away, but taking on two great quality opponents. Now you can take a deep breath and focus as much on academics as you can basketball.
I feel like it's not okay, let's play catch up. We stayed on each other to make sure we stayed on top of our schoolwork. What was different about this year than last year, we're more of a player-led team. Like we hold each other accountable if somebody isn't doing what they're supposed to as far as school or working out on their own or just any aspect of life. I feel like all of us care about each other enough to where we will speak up on like our teammates' wrongdoing, and if they don't like it, then they just have to accept it because we're trying to make everybody better people at the end of the day. So it's not like I said, it's not like a situation where we have to play catch up or we got to catch our breath. We were prepared for the road trip from the jump, so we made sure we did our assignments early, or we made sure we kept our teachers notice, like just reminding them that, hey, we're finna leave, how can I get these notes, how can I turn this assignment in, just things like that, just communicating more.
Safe to say there was some books in your bags?
Yeah,
on the road?
Absolutely. We had non-stop study hall.
When you do a study hall, is it in like a meeting room at the hotel? Is that normally the place?
Like a
Yeah.
conference room they had us in.
Yeah, so
like-
we're like the meeting rooms where we have our scouts. That's usually where we end up having a study hall, and we do it for about like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And our coaches do pay attention to you in study hall. Like if they feel like you're not getting work, they let everybody leave and keep you in there. And then if you're a player who, you know, they worry about a little bit more than others academically, they'll have you in study hall at 10 o'clock after the game or after the practice. You'll be up at 10 o'clock doing homework, because at the end of the day, none of this basketball things matter if we're not taking care of the classroom.
I'll probably use this for a story later on. Does almost everybody have a laptop? I mean, how much of your studying can you take advantage of technology?
For the most part, everybody, like besides 2 people on the team, got a laptop. And
Yeah.
if somebody's like not using theirs, then we could just offer it to one of our teammates.
I mean, that's a way to get notes and stuff, is it not?
But like you could also, like with him saying a few people don't have laptops and stuff like that, you can also, like I'm more like of a visual but active learner. So like if I can read this entire like paper, but if somebody breaks it down to me and shows me, like I feel like I learn better than like that way. So like we just all try to find different ways to help each other out. Like if DJ is learning something about math, I might just send him a video. If he really needs help, like I might send him a video of what he's learning so he can process it better if he's that type of learner.
So it's a pretty distinct process to where that, you know, it's not like you say, that you don't want to put yourself in a catch-up
Yeah.
situation. I mean, it's, you got to stay on top and almost ahead.
Yeah, because as you know, like we're down numbers, so at the end of the day, we're gonna need everybody who is eligible and who is playing. So, like I said, we stay on each other about our education, because if one person can't play, that's another person down, and every time we lose somebody, like that hurts us, because that's a piece that's missed. So, like I said, we just try to be actual helpful teammates.